In the hush of dawn, where silence breathes over golden sand, a rider moves alone, wrapped in the winds of a destiny carved, not by the stars, but by his own unyielding will. His shadow falls long over the dunes, a tale written, not in ink but in hoofbeats, etched upon the earth like ancient calligraphy, whispered by the desert's breath. He is born of fire and falcon, raised not by the ease of comfort, but by the trials of sun and solitude, by the storms that dared to shake his soul, yet found no tremor within him. He does not walk, he glides, for he has flown in dreams too vast for any cage, and known silence too deep for any song. The desert calls him by name, not as a master but as one of her own, an heir of her vastness, a brother to her stillness, a son to her untold stories. He rides not to conquer, but to listen to the winds that speak, in voices only the brave can hear, and to the earth that remembers, the footsteps of those who walked with honor. His eyes are lanterns of ancient light, glowing with echoes of battles fought, not always with swords, but with words, with mercy, with unwavering truth. He does not seek praise, for the falcon never looks back to see who claps. It only soars higher, because it was born to do so. The sky does not ask for permission to turn red at dusk, and neither does he ask the world. Before becoming a blaze of purpose, igniting hope in those who wander lost, he lifts the fallen with a hand like stone, and a heart like prayer, silent yet thunderous, gentle yet unyielding. Beneath his feet, even the earth shifts, not in fear, but in reverence. For he carries not just his own fate, but the dreams of a nation, the legacy of poets and prophets, of mothers who whispered courage into the ears of newborns wrapped in white cloth. He walks with the burden of history, yet it does not bend him, crowns him. In his silence there is poetry, in his motion there is rhythm, in his stance there is resistance, against all that threatens the sacred, against all that dims the light. He speaks less but means more, and when he speaks it is as though the sandstorms pause, just to hear what truth wears. In the voice of a lion, he rides not for war, but peace so radiant it shatters the chains of those who never believed they could be free. His sword sleeps in its scabbard, but his eyes remain watchful, for he knows that peace is not the absence of war, but the presence of justice, the presence of wisdom, the presence of a heart uncorrupted. He sees not tribes but brothers, not borders but the unbroken line of human dignity. He has wept where others turned blind, knelt where others demanded praise, given where others counted, and remained silent where the world demanded noise. When night falls and stars awaken, like sentinels in the dark, he walks alone into the sacred stillness, his cloak dragging constellations in its folds, his breath one with the wind, his soul one with the Creator. He asks for nothing, not throne, not gold, not title. Beyond this word, where silence breathes in golden dunes, the falcon waits with sharpened eyes upon the moon, a land where verses grow on windswept sands, where loyalty is written not in ink but hands. The desert does not ask your name or fate, it only listens to your soul however late. And there I walked, barefoot through time's embrace, to chase a dream I could never trace. The sun was not a tyrant, but a guide, each beam a whisper from the other side. It told me, walk, and fear no storm ahead, for even storms bow down where truth is said. I rode upon a stallion forged from light, his hooves like thunder on the edge of night. No reins, no chains, just purpose pure, the kind that hardship cannot endure. The stars were not just ornaments above, they were poems lit with ancient love, and every constellation's sacred curve spelled stories only the brave deserve. There is a word, too great to speak. It's found in hearts, not lips too weak. A word that breathes where eagles soar, that echoes far beyond folklore. They say a leader walks alone, but I have walked where gods have flown, and still I return with empty hands, For honor needs no golden bands. The earth remembers who you are. It doesn't care for crown or car. It asks instead, did you defend the ones who call you brother, friend? My kingdom is not built with stone. It's found in faces I have known, in mothers praying for their sons, in fathers standing when the battle runs. No map can chart the paths I've gone, where silence sings and echoes dawn, through tears of men who dared to hope, through eyes that shine though barely cope. Every tent I've passed had tales to tell, of love and grief, of heaven and hell, of warriors who fell without a cry, with honor wrapped in the desert sky. And even now I hear the call, not from palace, not from hall, but from a child with dust-stained cheeks, who dreams of light, yet barely speaks. For him I rise before the day, and ride alone where shadows stay, to carve a path through winds unknown, so no child sleeps afraid or alone. Do not count the battles won, but count the mornings where I run, before the dawn with steady pace, to meet the future face to face. Beyond this word there lies a sea, not water but of memory, and in its depths I find my name, not etched in glory, but humble flame. The poems I write are not for praise, their torches set to light the maze, so one who follows finds his way, and doesn't fall where I once lay. They ask me how I never break, but only those who've seen hearts ache will understand the strength I keep is built from nights I could not sleep. I wear no crown of thorns or gold, but scars that stories never told, for I have fought in silent pain to lift the world with broken chains. And even if the world forgets, a voice inside me never lets me turn away from those who need a single word, a simple deed. My legacy is not a name, but every life I've kept aflame, every soul that found its light, because